Hello.
Hello, it's Jason here. Christina, how's it
Hi,
going?
Jason. It's doing good. It's doing good. I tried to call you with the Skype account, but it did refuse to call you.
Well, look at that
So we tried
techno.
with different phones.
It's all right. So, how's it going with the tour, Christina?
It's doing amazing. It's doing amazing. Now we've been around for like a couple of weeks, and we're doing the Canadian part now. At least the first leg of the Canadian tour, because we're going back to the States in a couple of days and then coming back again to Canada. And it's doing great. Great reactions from the crowd. Great, vibe in between all the bands and the crew. It's amazing.
So, how's it coming, to Canada? And you don't come to Canada too often. How's the crowds? Is it much different? Would you say?
No, it's not really. It's not really different, to be honest. I mean, there is a good energy in America and Canada as well. And we are not coming to Canada that often, but it's not the band choice. I mean, it's about promoters and management and other stuff that's it's not about the band at all.
Now, how is the weather treating you in Canada? Because it's a little bit cold. Wouldn't you say now?
Well, I was expecting more cold. So the first day in Quebec was pretty cold. There was a lot of snow around, but today it's cold, but not as cold as I was expecting. So I'm okay with it. I mean, it's a cold that I can take.
Well, that's good. Dark Adrenaline, this album. Would you say this album took a long time in the making for recording? How was the process for you into this?
No, not really, because we usually collect a lot of ideas, when we are on tour or we're home. So to put it together and to compose it, it took about like, let's say 5 months, 4 or 5 months. And to record it, it took a month and a half in between Milan and Los Angeles. So by September was basically done.
The sound quality of this album is pretty good, I have to say.
Thank you.
It must be something to be
Glad you
proud
like
of.
it.
Let's say keeping up with bands today online. Do you keep up with bands at all with how much that comes out in the internet itself?
Well, when I'm on the internet, I usually pay attention to the social networks that I'm taking care of, because I mean it takes a lot of time just to take care of this stuff. So I usually concentrate myself on that more than other stuff, to be honest.
How much time do you spend in a day to do this? Let's say, would you spend 2 hours, 1 hour?
It depends. It depends from day to day. A few hours for sure, because I mean, when you're on tour, you have a lot of spare time during the day. Other people set up the stage, and you basically have to do promo stuff and the show. So the rest of the day, can be dedicated to either resting or walking in a city if you're by a city that you can visit. But most of the time, you're like on the internet, just like to spend a little bit of time. So I would say a few hours, yeah.
With endorsements and stuff, are you picking up any new endorsements?
Well, as regarding in the microphones, we're still working with Aerodynamics for a few years, and we still have some endorsements since pretty much the very beginning, from ESP Line 6. I know that our drummer now switched drumsticks. Is not with Vic Firth anymore. Is with ProMark. And then, there are some discussions in between, different endorsements. To be honest, I care about mine. I don't really, I don't really know what the guys are dealing with.
Now, this latest promo video you guys shot, how long did it take to do that, the promo video?
One day. We usually don't shoot more than a couple of days for any video we do. We did it in Milano in one day. A troop for UK from the UK came to Milano, and we just did it right away. By 8 p.m. we were all home. Early.
What do you think of YouTube in general now? Is it picking up, for people finding music and discovering Lacuna Coil in a sense on YouTube? Is it
Well,
doing good?
I think YouTube is great because you can find a lot of interesting stuff and a lot of fun stuff, but you can also find a lot of bullshit, a lot of videos that are absolutely useless to put on. And I really hate whoever is posting videos just, to get interest and clicks on it, posting like a caption that means something completely different from what you're going to watch. So if they could get rid of all the bullshit that it's in there, it will be even more awesome.
Then we'll be able to find you a little bit easier.
Well, it's not even about that, because I mean, I was talking more about, this self-made videos that are purely done just to grab attention, not even related to music.
For sure.
Some of them can be funny. Some others can be absolutely useless and pointless. Let me change the volume. Awesome. Let's see if I can hear you from me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and the guitar very good.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear them even better.
Yeah. Cristina, how's a day in the life of Cristina on a tour? Like, how do you do it yourself?
On a tour, it's pretty much the same thing every day. You wake up, you just check the venue out. You have breakfast. You just chit chat with the people from the crew and bands, and then you start, with promo interviews, the videos in case you have some. If not, you just walk a little around the venue, if there is something around the venue. And then you go back to your dressing room and wait for the show, and you get ready for the show.
And when you're off tour, how's your life different?
Oh, it's completely different, because I don't go to venues at all. I usually try to stay with my family, my friends, all the loved ones, my boyfriend. I like to keep the professional life separate from my private one. So I do very normal stuff that kind of keeps me to the ground, because being on tour is such a surreal type of life that sometimes you just need a break from it.
Now, Cristina, let's say songwriting in general. Do you write songs on the road? And if you do you do it with Blackberries and record your voice, lyrics? How do you do that?
No, we usually don't write stuff on the road. We only collect ideas. You might think of a cool vocal line or a riff, and then you would record it either on your iPhone or on your computer, and then you will use it later. But we usually write the majority of the stuff when we're at home, when we know that we can focus 100% on the songwriting, and we are on our environment, and that's where we feel more comfortable.
Well, Cristina, I appreciate you taking the time, and I hope you have a great Canadian, North American tour in general.
Thank you for this interview.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and you have a good one.
Day.
You as well.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.